Recently, somebody wrote to me and told me, I can't. This is impossible. I give up. I will not continue with this. And I realized this was a person who was extremely discouraged. A person who actually had reached a place and felt they had tried everything. They had done whatever needs to be done. But whatever the situation was simply not fixing the way they were feeling. They were giving up. They were actually giving up. Now, giving up because of discouragement is not a good thing. It's an extremely unhealthy thing. Because most of the time, whenever you give up because of discouragement, there is a tendency of finding yourself taking measures, taking steps that are so drastic, and sometimes some of them are so tragic. I remember some years back, and allow me to give this story, please. Some years back, I had come to America. That time I was still back in Africa. I came to America. I was visiting a church in Dallas. While I was in Dallas, I was given accommodation in a certain brother's house. And when I was in that particular house, people go to work in America during the day. So you're left in the house, and you wait and just wait for the meeting. Because by then I didn't even have a car on how to move around, so you just wait. But then in that house, there was a young man who had moved from up north, I think from Minnesota or some other state up north, and had come down to Dallas. And he came because things were so rough for him, and he was so distressed and so discouraged. And we kind of hit a rapport. He was very excited to know that I'm a pastor. By then I was pastoring back in Africa. He started talking to me about how stressed he is in life. He started sharing a lot of his problems to me. And I took time to minister to him. I took time to talk to him. But as a busy man that I am, I didn't pay a lot of attention to some things that he kept on telling me. He kept on telling me that he needs to leave. He wants to go away. He wants to go away. And of course, to me, my mind was thinking about leaving in terms of relocating from here, maybe go back to their home country or whatever, because he was not from the US. And we kept on talking. I would give him ideas here and there, but I did not discern the pain that he was going through at that particular time. I even prayed with him, by the way. I told him, now we need to pray. But I didn't decode something. Anyway, after having been in that place for about 2 or 3 days, I left for Florida, and I left the young man there, and I left my host there also. Went to Florida, and as soon as I arrived in Florida the following day, I remember I left Dallas, it was on a Monday morning, and I got to Florida, and then the following day on Tuesday, my host in that place in Dallas called me. And when he called me, he told me, listen, I wanted to just inform you that our friend, I will not mention his name, he's not here anymore. And I said to myself, what do you mean he's not there anymore? Has he moved? Did he travel or what? When we left each other, it didn't look like he was going anywhere. Yeah, I just want to tell you that he passed away yesterday. I asked him, what do you mean he passed away yesterday? No, he passed away this morning. That was on Tuesday evening. So he's talking to me about something that happened that day. I said, what happened? He said he committed suicide. I went to work, came back. When I came back in the evening, I found that he had killed himself in the house. Oh man, that was devastating for me. I was in shock. I cried and I said, God, I did not discern this. What happened? I never saw this coming. It was very unfortunate. By then I felt, that is when, it is many years back, but even today I still remember it as if it is yesterday. This was a young man who had reached a place of discouragement that had caused him to literally lose hope. And he felt he cannot do anything else except kill himself. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody down there or out there listening to me right now, and those are thoughts that you've been entertaining. That is probably why you have tuned to this video, because you need to hear what I'm going to advise you right now. In moments like that, where discouragement has reached a level where you feel like you're going to do a drastic thing, or you're going to do a tragic thing, or you're going to do a thing that most likely you will regret about, It is those moments where you need to take a step of seeking for spiritual or professional help. Don't allow that persistent discouragement that is overwhelming you to push you to a place where you mess up your entire life or mess up somebody else's life. I find it so strange when I hear a man killed his wife or a man killed his children because he had reached that point of discouragement, and the only thing he thought would do is to do something like that. Don't get yourself into a mess like that, my friend. Don't do that. At this very moment, what you need is to look for professional help or look for spiritual help. When we talk about spiritual help, we are looking at spiritual leaders. You have your pastor, you have your spiritual leader for wherever it is that you go to. Those people, the reason why they are there and the reason why they are in your life is for moments like this moment you're going through right now. They are there to counsel with you. They are there to pray with you. They are there to listen to you. They are there to help you in as far as the process you're going through is concerned. Don't ignore them. I know some of you might tell me, well, I'm in a place where it's so hard to get hold of him or so hard to get hold of her. Listen, if it is hard to get him, there must be somebody else next to him that you can get a hold of. But don't get yourself into a mess because you did not seek for professional or spiritual help. Professional help means what? Look for psychologists. There are people who have been trained. They went to school simply so that they can deal with scenarios like you're having right now. So look out for them. Talk to them. Spend time with them. Let them hear you out, because most likely as you talk to them, they will save you from doing something that is going to be painful to yourself and even painful to people who are near you. Please, ask you, do that. The other thing is that when you come to a place like that, the one thing that you don't want to do when you're going through this kind of a state of discouragement, the one thing you don't want to do is to surround yourself with negative influences or influencers. You don't want to have negative energy around you. In moments like this, you need to seek to get people who are positive around you. You need to look for things that are positive to listen to watch, to read, to get your mind into, because the more positive things bombard you, the more you surround yourself with positivity, the more you become healed and the more you become better. Now, you have to understand that discouragement can get to a place until it becomes a psychological problem, which is actually like a sickness. Or it is actually a sickness. Let me not say like a sickness. You get sick, and it ends up causing so many other issues to happen in your physical body. You end up getting other conditions and problems that probably you wouldn't have gotten if you did not allow that discouragement to push you that far. I've said in our previous video that discouragement is temporary. But the problem is that there are people who extend that temporary. It is temporary for a long, long time until it's no longer temporary. It almost becomes a permanent thing. Listen, don't allow yourself to get into that kind of a place. You need to seek somebody. Seek a spiritual leader. Call them right now. Call them today. Talk to them. Tell them, what I'm going through, whatever I'm going through. I need somebody to talk to me. I need somebody to help me. And I'm sure they will be glad to do it. Some of them might charge you to do that, by the way. There are people you may have to pay for them to take time to help you through the process. It is worth it. If it is going to save you, it's going to save a family member. If it is going to save somebody, if it is going to help you move next level and not mess up, please go ahead and spend the money, but make sure that person has actually helped you. Otherwise, thank you so much. My prayer is that as I teach you these things and help you in these things, it will help you to change the way you see yourself and change the way you perceive things in as far as life is concerned. They'll help you to lift up yourself from that state of discouragement and realize it is possible to be back on your feet again and to do that which you normally do best. Because you know what? As far as I am concerned, as far as God is concerned, you are more than a conqueror. That's what the Bible says. You are a victor. You can do great and mighty things. But that will never happen if you keep on puddling yourself in that state of discouragement. Discouragement can be very dangerous, but you can be able to deal with it. Today, I don't know what is discouraging you, but you have help that is available for you. Others, God bless you so much. Thank you for watching and listening all the way to the end. I really do appreciate, and I hope you can share this video with somebody else. Share with several people. Let them hear what I've just said to you. If you're here for the first time, go ahead and subscribe right now. And down below in the comments area, let me know that you have just subscribed, and I'll really appreciate. Otherwise, let us meet every day. I'm here from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let's always come and join together. At the same time, let's meet in the field of the millionaires, because that is where you and I belong. And I know we shall soon meet there. God bless you so much, and see you again in the next video, and stay encouraged. All right, and bye-bye.